Alright, so we left off in this ruined city infested with trolls. Parth. Let's just slap your token on the field really quick so that you can make a check. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Yep.
Okay. So as you enter the city, you smell some things that sort of set off your instinct, and you take off ahead of the rest of the group with these sort of smells in your mind. I am going to give you a choice of two different things to go for. Uh, one of them is definitely something that is like an enemy, something to fight, something that like is permeating this city of just smells all around it. Uh, the other one is a smell that is familiar to something at the back of your mind. That part of you that is sort of influenced a bit by the various weapons that you have eaten and grown into your own body. It is a scent that is familiar to that, but that you have never smelled before, and it is sort of deeper in. Do you go for the things to fight, or do you go and head towards the thing that feels familiar?
We'll go towards familiarity. There we
Okay.
go.
Do you want to try and do that while avoiding the things to fight, like through a stealth thing, or would you, if you
No.
come across something hostile along the way, would you stop and engage with it?
A warpath.
Warpath? Okay. Uh, do you want to, fight that out, or do you want to auto-resolve?
We can auto resolve if you think it's something that I can win.
It
Like with
it
your
is it would be something you can win, not without taking some damage. If you want to auto resolve it, just roll me 4d10 and do that 3 times. All right.
They're kind of ass.
I mean, that's how much damage you take.
Oh. I die?
No, you just for each of you rolled it 3 times because you have 3 character tokens.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So we will catch up to that because you do eventually find what that is. And I'll just pull you onto this map. Pull the scene. All right. So while Parf does that, you guys, the rest of you, have finished facing off against these trolls who came out of the ruins and swarmed you. The body in front of you, there's multiple dead trolls that are already starting, as rapidly as they were healing, they are now starting to rapidly decay. And the one in front of you has the various alchemical reagent loot that you are able to harvest from their bodies. So,
You may just take these since I'm the one who generally manages that. Is that okay with everyone?
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Okay. And then, do we want to do a short rest, or do we want to do my prepare for battle thing? Like, how are
What's the
people
prepare
looking
for
at?
battle thing?
I can spend command dice, and then let you guys roll hit dice to recover hit points. So if all and I also have ointment. So if all we want to do is top off, we can do that. And
I would prefer a short rest. It'll give me my psi points back.
I don't need a short rest to continue on.
short
I
rest is
also
only
think
10
so.
minutes here, by the way. It's not an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
for our rules, it's 10 minutes.
it's more a question of like, do we want we can only do 2 short rests in a day, so do we want to spend our short rest now or try and save it for later?
I have a side point, so if we can take a short rest now, I would appreciate it.
Okay.
Out of how many maximum? To give
7.
people context. Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and short rest then.
And since Lev read the rules and nerfed my ability to regain hit points,
Needs to be for things that have a brain, not arms.
I guess.
And I will rally the troops and be like, "All right, we've beaten the first hurdle. They do bleed. We can kill them." And give everybody their 11 temporary hit points.
My hit dice be not a D6.
I do not remember what my hit die are.
It's literally a button you can press on your character sheet. When you go to short rest, which is the knife and fork.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh. A D6. Cool. Then you said 11?
Yep.
Oh, we're cruising now, baby.
Or it might be 12 now. Hang on, let me just look at it.
Level 12? That's crazy. How did we get here?
I believe it's 12.
My level plus charisma, so 12. It was 11, it's now 12. So you also get the 12.
Oh, 12 temporary?
Yep.
Okay. So after you guys have rested, what are we doing?
Head on home.
We have to find Marrow.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Ah, they're fine. Can any of us track, or do we just go in the general direction of Mara?
I'm very good at tracking.
It was fine.
Well then, Princeling, lead the way.
Sure. Let's
Survival.
see. Of course. Easily done.
Does anybody have proficiency in survival?
Yes, actually, I have a +5.
You want to give them? You want to help them?
Yes, I will help.
All right. Roll again. Or
Alright.
whoever has the better
I
survival.
was about to say I have a +5.
Yeah, go ahead
But
and
I
just
just-
roll it yourself.
Oh, no, I think we should go this way.
Let's try this way.
Oh yeah, Phelan, you can very easy paw prints in the dirt.
Did all 3 of us roll that? That is both awesome and a little convoluted.
Mm. Well, I'm going off of yours, so.
I would.
Where is
but-
my little goblin?
You look around. You look in the ruined. Well, he went and hid in this house the last you saw him. He appears to be gone.
Hey!
He's dead.
Squeep!
I will
Squeep.
spare you. You with Phelan's survival thing, you do not see him on this map.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Concerning.
He's probably
I
fine.
worked really hard to protect him, Lev, and if you took him from me,
Yeah, I know.
You're not getting your Kuma.
Oh no, not my Kuma.
I refuse to go to the post office.
All right, but yeah, you guys know the direction Marrow went, and the goblin is missing.
Well, let's find the one we can.
All right. You follow the tracks. You eventually find the tracks go up to a now smoldering corpse of a troll that is well and thoroughly dead, with lots of what you assume to be dog blood scattered around. Or, well, not dog, probably Marrow and theirs blood. But then the tracks keep on going north towards the section of the city that is Ruined Cathedral.
Take us
Marrow.
to there.
You are wandering through what look like a bunch of really fancy broken rocks, following your nose, and you come across to a section that is a lot of smooth, level rocks with some stairs, but then a big hole in the middle of them. And on the other side of the hole, you see a group of people, and the familiar scent looks like they are part of that group, but is kind of being intermingled with all the other smells from them. You killed a troll on your way here. It was a hard-fought fight, but Scrap was able to burn it with fire and kill it completely. As you sort of come across this place and you smell that smell, you are at the sort of lip overlooking the hole, and a hand that you do not see your sense coming sort of touches the top of your head, and it's like, get down, don't let them see you. As Squeeb sort of helps you duck behind a small wall to keep out of sight from whatever is on the other side of this big hole. Oh, do you listen to Squeeb? Oh, Parth, you're muted.
I'll listen to Squeeb, but I'm also I'm peeking.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check and a perception check. Okay. You're fairly sure that you're well hidden. Your companions are as well. And as you look out, you see that there are, that you can see three, person-sized, or four person-sized people. Three of them look like the regular people that you've just been dealing with, like humans, elves, whatever the fuck they lump themselves together as. One is a much larger thing that looks like it's multiple people kind of all put together, and it is standing at the top of some stairs, and at the bottom of it is what you recognize as one of the things that you and yours killed, and you had to kill it with fire. This one is a pile that is, you can smell it from over here, rotting away, but still trying to regrow as it rots. And as it starts to pick itself up as it starts to regrow, one of the humanoid figures turns around and absent-mindedly says something and flicks a staff at it, and a ray of sickly green light impacts the troll, and it starts to rot away into almost nothing, and then slowly starts to regrow again in a cycle that happens 2 or 3 times as you sit there and watch. The three humanoids are sort of gathered around a fourth one that is roughly human-sized, but it smells, even from here, you can tell, not the same smell as the humans and elves and such. It is far more of a beastly smell that is the familiar scent. It is sort of this one here that they are sort of pinning against the wall and talking to, but too far away for you to hear. The squeeb next to you, who is also hiding, is like, did you smell Seymour too?
Do I smell what?
Seymour.
You know Seymour.
Friend?
Oh.
Friends? Yep, friend. He's my friend. Was looking for him here.
Smell something. Don't know what it is though.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like a lot of, I think, bad people? Should we wait for the others? Or you want to rescue Seymour?
Is there something in the middle of it? Or is it just a blob?
What exactly are you...
You said that there's a blob that's like self-regenerating, right?
Oh yeah, this troll right here continually tries to die, and then they continually kill it, and then it starts to come back again, and it is, instead of killing it with fire to give it like a final death, they just keep on hitting it with like rotting magic, and that's not fully killing it.
Gotcha, okay.
They
I
have subdued
understand
the
now.
troll, but it is still not dying. They're just yo-yoing it. Should we wait for the others?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm not sure. I know Arena's nice. I'm not sure if they're like Seymour. Alright, well, if you guys are waiting, then you can go ahead and take a short rest and regenerate the hit points that you lost fighting the troll off screen. And as you take that rest, are there any questions or conversations you want to have with Squeeb on the other side of this pit?
No.
Nope. All right. Good talk. Yeah. Go ahead and take your
I
short
care
rest.
less about
if you'd
Squeeb.
I don't, not be mean, but yeah, kinda.
All right.
I think only I care about Squeeb.
I think only you care about Scream.
It's possible.
I don't want to put that on Victoria. Victoria also might care about Squeeb.
I mean, I like Squeeb well enough. I would not wish to see Squeeb harmed.
Do you remember how to take short rests, Parth, for healing, or are you good?
Oh, I didn't know that we were taking a short rest.
If you are waiting for everybody else, you are by definition taking one, because they took one, so you waiting for them means you get one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. As Marrow and Squeeb sort of wait silently, Squeeb is like very fidgety and nervous as he waits, but he still stays put because he realizes he cannot fight those things. Everybody else,
Nah,
you
he's got
see,
this.
you come up and you see Squeeb, Marrow, Dirt, and Scrap hiding behind a short wall on one side of a courtyard that is in the middle of the cathedral district. And you see all the things that I described previously, including the troll that keeps on trying to stand up and then just gets rotted away. As you see this, are you guys trying to match Squeeb and Marrow's stealth? Also, don't forget to short rest your pets too, Parth.
Not unless someone tells me to.
I'll advise Galahadrian. I'll be like, Galahadrian, I think we should be quiet.
I try to clink softly. Let's see.
Oh no, I trip over something.
That should be of disadvantage because I believe you're in full plate.
Oops.
That's true.
I'm not even gonna try.
No,
Why
Marrow,
were these loud?
Yep, they are coming up very loudly, and you see the people at the other end of the courtyard sort of like stop and stare off over at you.
I wave.
Who goes there?
The Prince
Is
of Summer, Green Knight. Abel?
Never heard of you.
That will do more damage than any sword you wield against them today.
Oh. Yeah. Oh man.
Irina, do you want me to announce you?
No, I don't need to. Hail and well met.
Oh, well met. I mean,
True. Hail and less well met.
yeah.
And who are you?
I'm Sir Alina Katala. That is all you need to know. And you are?
You see, the woman has been speaking to you for now. The woman who keeps on melting the troll. There is a younger man that is next to her who's well, actually no, they look about the same age. Who steps up and is like, "You stand before Lady Darkmist of the Blackstaves, Iron Wolves of the nation of Xeris."
I've never heard of you.
I
Have.
I immediately do a small, like, a respectful head bow. I am of the Royal Knights of Bosmar. That's where we live. Did I forget? Did Rose forget? Yes.
Oh, and why on Knights of Bosmar in the remnants of Lothram?
I could ask the same question about Ironwolf. She said Ironwolf. He said Ironwolf, right?
You said Iron Wolves. She is like, we are here on a job we have been hired to perform on behalf of one of the houses of Lothram.
We have been tasked by the High Princess to also complete a job here. Hopefully our jobs...
On behalf of Lothram or on behalf of Bosmar?
Well, if things go according to plan, both.
And what is your task?
That's an excellent question.
Wouldn't you like to know?
What is our task?
What kind of magic?
Yeah.
We're recovering
You're the
house
knight.
relics.
It's not your responsibility to remember.
True. I don't think. I just hit.
Exactly. Abel, what is our task?
We're here to recover the relics of Lothram. One of their house that used to live here. His name escapes me at the moment. Lothram.
The sword, right? For the kid? The kid prince. The prince kid. I wrote it down. Where did I write it down? Curse actually writing stuff down.
Hang on. I have it in a quest log somewhere.
Mace of Esden. Mace.
Yes.
It's the mace, the Iron Star. Eric cannot declare himself Marquis until he gets good, is what I wrote.
Okay, so what are you telling her?
We are here to retrieve a lost item. For... Is his name Esden?
Yeah, that's his last name. That's his family name. House Esden, yeah.
We are here to retrieve an item for House Esden.
You are relic hunting.
We are indeed.
Very well. She sort of looks around. The troll starts to take a step towards her on a half-grown foot, and she waves her staff out again, and the foot just turns into slurry and mushrooms, and the troll falls again.
All right. The trolls.
This is the
are
troll
not-
that's getting fucked up?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
trolls and me are not on good terms right now, but that seems a little mean.
Well, if you'd like to put it out of its misery, feel free. I do not currently have the means, and this is the best I can do.
If we can assist, then it would be our pleasure. I hold your order in very high esteem.
Really?
I
These
do.
guys? These guys?
Well, my kin is one among, not this band specifically.
These
and
guys?
if my-
But these guys?
I thought
What
that
are- what are
Katala
these guys?
sounded familiar. Dear, remind me, what unit are they from? And, the man next to her is like, I believe that there was a newly recruited knight who joined the Shield Breakers. I can't remember the last name. It's the only one that I've heard of recently who's been foreign-born. He must be him.
Yes, that would be my brother.
Well then, if your strange circumstances, you would become a knight of a royal house, and your brother to become a member of the Iron Wolves. But it does not seem at the moment that we have goals that are at cross paths. So yes, if you'd like to come over here and take care of this troll, feel free. But do know that we are in hostile territory, and we will be watching you.
Fair and understandable. The same to you.
Ask them what their business is here as well.
Alina!
Yes, Squeeb.
You need to rescue Seymour.
Who is Seymour?
Seymour's my friend.
Which one
Is
is
Seymour that troll?
He's not the troll. No, he's not the troll.
Is it the
Oh, thank
camel?
God. The other, what's a camel?
Is it the tall brown thing in the back?
Yes, the one that's not an elf or a human. Or a
Excuse me, my lady.
Yes?
Pray tell, what is your... two questions for you before we get into this nasty troll business. One... The... Camel Jesus behind you? What is that? Is it just like what does that man look like?
It is too far away for you to see. He is covered in a cloak, but you can see what Vagabond would notice is a camel head sticking out of some heavy robes with a staff. And he is kind of sat with his back against the wall, just sort of pinned in by the rest of them.
Do you have business with... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can make an insight
No.
check for further.
Inside. Not good at that, but we're gonna try. 2. That's
Yeah,
a camel.
Yeah, there's a camel.
Do you have business with the persons behind you?
Persons, she looks over at the sort of thing. It's like,
This is a camel.
wouldn't necessarily call this a person, but it does have information that we are trying to ascertain. Unfortunately, he's being rather, I would say, tight-lipped, but I don't know if he has those. Do those qualify? And the person next to him was like, not really a master of anatomy, no.
We don't
Squeeb.
know if it has lips.
I don't think
Or
he has
tight.
lips. He can spit. He has lips.
Squeeb, do you think you can convince your friend if the information's not
I don't know what they want.
too crazy? Yes, but do you think you convince your friend?
Let's find out what they want before
Help.
we make any commitments
Yes.
to anything.
I mean, Seymour's smart. If Seymour's not telling him, that's probably a good thing.
Noted.
He's smarter than me.
Oh, my dear sweet Cleve.
Okay.
But pray tell, lady, what is your business?
We
Yeah.
can't be yelling at each other across the map.
We are trying to find the research notes of an acquaintance of mine. And Galahadron just goes, is anybody going with Galahadron?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
I can't see this again.
Remember.
Even
I
as you're
can't-
climbing the gap, it gets up again, and she waves a hand, and it just falls in another... It's like, yeah.
Well, this turns
It has
my
left
tongue.
behind an old foot that is just like bones and mushrooms, and has started to try and grow a new one.
I don't even know if this thing can feel sad, but I need it to stop.
Okay, yeah, you strike it sort of in the head. There's a brief, like, little burst of summer fire, and it dies fully.
This is the only kind thing to do.
Appreciated.
I will say, I love the art for these characters. It's very cool.
You want to know something? Thur knows where I got this art.
Is the middle one Iris?
They will introduce themselves. I will sort of stagger their names. You realize that the woman you've been talking to is a high elf. Of, in human sort of terms, it looks like she's, middle-aged high elf, which means she is probably very old. Her name is Lady Lysethris Darkmist, who is commonly known as the Blackstaff. You would have known that from your notes looking into the Iron Wolves thing. She is the sort of captain of this band of Iron Wolves. She's like, she introduces herself as such. She points over to the middle-aged human next to her and is like, and this is my husband, Sir Halloran Darkmist. He's sort of dressed in full shield, mace, just full knight's gear, has mutton chops and such.
That one?
Nods his head. Yeah, that one.
Oh.
This is Father Jedar Pikesnap. You see a Goliath, definitely priest. He is adorned in holy symbols of Rithmus on his armor and on his mace. And then he sort of taps the side of this large, what is obviously at this distance an undead construct zone of multiple zombies. And he's like, "Aye, Father Jedar Pikesnap, at your service. This here is, I don't know, some people call it abomination. I haven't really named it yet, sort of a trial run here." Alina, you would know that these things are commonly called abominations. They are... When you can't use a full body anymore, even as a zombie or whatnot, then you just take a few of those leftover ones and make one big amalgamation of dead bodies to go around and sort of serve as larger shock troopers and such. They're not uncommon in the duchies, but they do require quite a bit of a necromancy know-how above and beyond a usual zombie to make. So your family never was able to maintain them, mainly because they just didn't have the status or the expertise and hired hands to do so.
Impressive work, Father.
Does that one also look sad? Is it sad?
One of his faces, they don't really have expressions. They're kind of all just slacked and occasionally moaning, but not it feels like it's less moans of, hey, go make an insight check. What am I doing? Make an insight check.
Telling me the truth. Let's see.
I am telling you the truth. It's just how much of the truth. Yeah. You can't really read an expression. Every now and then they moan a bit.
I do not like this thing.
What do you know?
Some things that I don't like that thing.
Right.
But it is impressive work, Father.
Aye, good taste on that. Unlike this even over here.
Impressively
Not all of us were raised in places.
grim.
All right. And
I need
then
some more on
behind
my
them,
side.
as you get a clearer view, you see the other figure does have a camel's head. It is holding less a staff, more just like a really long piece of what was probably some broken part of a house somewhere around here, and is covered in a cloak that has been fashioned out of, probably curtains and such. Just very, very hobo-ish robes, and he's just sort of sunk into the bottom of the wall with his back to it, just his head bowed, trying to avoid eye contact, if anything. Squeeb has stayed on the other side of the place, hidden, not really wanting to approach much. Meryl, are you approaching with the rest of everybody else, or are you staying hidden?
Okay, Echo. Alina, Echo, you agree with me, right? That thing is it's abominable.
Like, if
Right?
everybody's there, then we're gonna go.
Okay, yeah, I just want to check.
Phelan? Gus?
Squeeb
I'm right.
goes stuffy.
The
Oh, I guess
abomin
everybody
the
else went in.
giant creature standing in the top of the stairs.
Oh yes.
I don't love it, but I've
Well,
seen.
Alina says it's great work, but doesn't it look awful?
I mean, yes, but I've also seen people raised from the dead. My tolerance for it doesn't look good has been growing steadily since I left the forest.
Oh.
So as they introduce themselves, she'll kind of look over. It's like, and you and your warband, I presume?
Correct.
Sort of gestures for you to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, so I turn and I
Introduce
go,
us.
this is my most trusted companions. We have Abel Whitewater. We have Galahadrin, the Green Knight. And we have Phelan over there, and our trusted companion Marrow, Dirt, and Scrap. Oh, and Gus.
Sweet.
He said tweet.
He said squeeb.
Oh.
No, I said tweet. I did
How
say
did
tweet.
Okay, I thought you were just squeeb was just like
Alina, you look
Me?
over to see where Squeeb is. Squeeb has disappeared again.
That's
That sounds
fine.
all right.
She'll be like, yes, so you are here looking for relics for House Esden. We are seeking... Lady Skysong was a close friend of mine, and I'm trying to recover her research notes on behalf of the Royal House of Von Lothram. I believe it's something that her nation would appreciate her having, even now that she has passed. Yeah, she doesn't appear to be lying to you.
And this. I'm going to keep using persons until I am. This persons, they might have the secrets, the information you need.
Well, I imagine that anything that's not a mindless monster that has been wandering these ruins for so long might have some knowledge. Her focus was on biomancy, you see.
Makes sense.
I don't know if it does. I lived in a lot of places and don't know everything about the places I've lived in.
I don't
You
know
could just-
everything about myself.
Yeah. I point at Phelan. Yeah. What if the camel just doesn't? The camel folk doesn't know.
He sort of looks over at you, peeking out from his hood, and is like, "My name is Seymour, please."
Seymour. Thank you, Seymour.
But yes, we appear to be at an impasse. Trying to find her lab, and he is, refusing to admit that he knows the information, and I am also getting very tired of having to deal with these trolls. Was really expecting there to be more gnolls in the city. Those quite fine dealing with, but these other things just don't seem to die politely.
I understand your frustration. I don't. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, this is me asking Love because I was kind of checked out for a little bit.
Yep.
So like, does Camel give? Like, is that where the familiarity was coming from, or?
Oh yeah, as you've gotten closer, it definitely smells, yeah, like kinship sort of thing.
Okay.
Not to you, but to the essence of that you have, ingested. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like, and they want to kill him because they think he knows where something is.
They have not said they want to kill him. They have said they're trying to get information out of him and are very much threatening him.
Okay. I think Marrow's gonna talk to him. Okay, here's the thing. Does he recognize Marrow as the same kinship?
Go ahead and
Is
make
there
an
a
insight check.
similar vibe? Like, never mind.
Yeah, that's what the insight check's for.
No, I mean, sometimes I try to say something, but my brain can't figure it out.
It is hard. His head is partially covered by the cloak. It's just hard to see his face.
Okay. Mira's like, Simo, buddy. Can I call you buddy?
What language are you speaking to him in?
Would he know Nolish or?
Give it a shot. You know basically common or null. So.
Okay, I'll talk in Null.
All right.
And see how he responds.
You say that, and his ears sort of perk up, and he looks at you, and he responds in null. It's like, why are you here? Why
Too many potatoes. Too many potatoes to be done with that. Do you understand their questions?
I do.
Okay. Do you have the information that they want?
I do.
Okay.
They should not have it.
Can you tell me why?
He sort of looks over at him. It's like, they're children of the usurper.
Okay, non-meta question. What the fuck does that mean?
If everybody else wants to explain their concept to Marrow, because Marrow has heard that before.
As in, wait, who's the usurper?
Above the table, you can explain it to Parth.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, bros. Buddies, if I can call you that.
the Trinity, right, are the gnolls, we're calling them the betrayers, because they betrayed the Hound Mother. So, presumably it's just because they're human/elf that he doesn't trust them, or he doesn't want them to have whatever the information is because he's afraid that they'll use it for something bad.
Okay. Can Marrow sidebar with the rest of the people here?
You can certainly try. They have noticed. So everybody else sees Meryl having a conversation in Nolish with Semel, and yeah, everybody notices this, and Dark Mist is kind of giving Alina like a bit of a look.
Okay, what's the normal hearing range? Let's go out. Say we go out of hearing range.
I don't think they will let him move.
Not him, just us. Marrow's basically gonna ask, like, is it important? Do we need to give them this information, or do we trust them? Like, she's gonna ask everybody else's opinion on what. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can certainly. I'm just saying that she
Okay.
knows that you talk to him in a language they can't understand, and now you're having trying to have a sidebar conversation out of their earshot. They are wise to this. They are not saying anything. They are just watching curiously.
Eilina.
Yes.
I bid you let me try one of my diplomatic ploys. I'm in your service. I swore an oath. I can't do it unless you tell me I can. I think I have a way to let Seymour out of his obligations.
What diplomatic ploy?
I'm gonna ask questions. Use the truth. The truth. That they are very good at truth.
Do we know what Marrow said? Do we know what Marrow said?
Marrow is
Marrow
literally
trying
asking you. Literally says he knows the information. Do we want to get the information for them? Do we trust them?
Yeah.
I'm literally asking you guys that.
Nero pulls you away and asks you that.
Yes.
I think I know how to use the truth to get everybody what they need. I will not hit people with the sword. Yet.
You're going to use honesty.
That's right. Honesty is very powerful. The truth.
It is very powerful.
Wait, stop. Roll back a second. I said the truth. I did not say honesty.
Oh, semantics.
Oh,
the
face shit.
Very big difference.
You can try.
Yes. All right. Okay. I don't. Look, I'm sorry I called your. Well, I'm not sorry. Look, hello.
They are. If you try to get closer than they are body blocking you from Seymour politely.
Politely. Okay. I have one question. You just seem. Are you? You are alive, right?
Yes.
You are alive.
He is very visibly a living human person.
He does not look like it from his art.
A camel living?
No.
The camel is also living. So is the dude. So is Halloran.
If you have an illness, I can help you also, but this is not why I came up here. I can prove to you that Seymour I can have him tell you the complete truth.
He sort of looks over at his wife. She's like, No, this is interesting, sir. You said your name was Green Knight? Yes, no, if you can get the information we need from this thing, feel free, although it does look like your own little monster there was able to communicate with him quite well. I'm curious to know what they discussed.
Don't call Phelan a monster. Phelan is just very good with magic.
Oh, you have a wizard as well. What a curious little group. Surprised I haven't heard of you before.
Okay.
We're very new, my lady.
Must be.
I just got here.
Well, but yes, if you wish to interrogate this one, please feel free. All that we wish to know is the location of Kiona Skysong's research notes.
Skysong's research notes. All right. Now, I'm not really familiar what mortals know about which things. I'm going to cast a spell. I am going to exude the power of truth that all Fae know in their essences. All right? Can I include your husband here so that he understands that it is truthful magic?
He sort of looks over at his wife, and he's like, sure.
All right. I would like to cast Zone of Truth on Yes, I know. I am being polite about it. I asked. Both Sir Halloran and Seymour, and I would request that both of you fail on purpose.
Okay.
All right. Sir Halloran.
Halloran does. Seymour does not.
Seymour does not. Does Seymour? Well, I've requested it. I don't know if Seymour fails or not.
I will tell
sir-
you this: Seymour passed.
All right. Well, we don't. He doesn't visibly look like it, does he?
He looks up at you and is like, "I will not submit to your magic.
It's not about submitting. It's about the truth, Seymour.
I have not lied. I have
I
just
know.
refused to tell them."
I'm trying to help you, Seymour. Sometimes saying nothing isn't an option. Sir Halloran, before I continue, you realize that this is real magic, yes? You feel it? You feel compelled?
I can feel something.
All right. Okay. I do not know. I mean, I don't want to ask you a question that you don't want to answer because it feels impolite. Oh, I know how to prove it to you. What's the favorite part of your wife? That's a nice question.
Oh no.
What's your favorite thing
dear.
about your wife? You're compelled
The
to tell me.
position and power it affords me.
Huh. That's not romantic. You should
No,
think
it's
about
not.
that more.
Could have been a lot worse after it started with the position.
Listen,
Yeah.
he's the fifth that I've had. I like younger men. I've gone through quite a few.
Younger. All right. This isn't about Sir Halloran. Seymour. Seymour, could you please point into the direction that these Blackstaffs should travel in order to get the information they should have?
No,
Seymour, I'm trying to help you.
I understand it is misguided.
No. You don't understand the question. Can you point in a direction that they could find some information that they should get, that they deserve to get? Which way should they go, in your opinion?
He looks at you like...
Seymour.
Your Honor, permission to treat the witness as hostile?
He just looks up of his camel face just in disbelief, just like...
Does he not understand what I'm doing? Do you understand? Do any of you understand?
I understand what you're
I'm picking up.
Yeah, I'm
What
picking
you're
it up
juicing.
too, yeah.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Because he understands,
also,
he understands what you're getting
Mero
at.
can repeat the question with emphasis.
Okay. He just like... Very well. And he points off to a section of the city away from sort of this district, just deeper in. Yeah, you guys have seen like enough maps of the city and stuff. He points towards where the main castle used to be.
I see. I really do hope he understood what I was getting at here.
Well, Mero can translate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he does that. She's like, ah, good. That should suffice. And she looks over at Alina now. It's like, and you vouch that this information is given to us in a good faith?
It's a magic spell. It's a magic spell. Watch this. Sir
I
Halloran,
am merely asking Sir Alina if this
Somebody said
information
face.
Sir
does not
Halloran,
prove...
what is one of the things about your wife that annoys you?
I really would rather not answer that.
You are compelled to answer. It's magic.
I don't really like the pegging.
Coward.
Finally, some... Well, actually,
No,
still,
that I
well-
already knew as well. Sir Lena, if this answer turns out to not be what we needed, I assume that you're doing this so that you're dog or whatever it is wants to
Can
save
you?
this other thing.
I would like a knight. A knight doesn't. A knight
I am
doesn't call
talking
other
to
knights.
your master at this moment.
And she can
Looks over.
talk to your master. All right, we're both not the masters. All right, so stop calling Marrow a dog, or we're gonna have a problem.
Marrow, then. Fine.
I don't care for the passive aggressiveness. I try to be nice. I try to be gentlemanly.
No more
I try
passive
to be-
aggressiveness. We're getting aggressive.
I'm
don't think
trying
we're
to
getting
be
aggressive.
chivalrous and as kind as possible in a place that is scary and gross, and it feels like there's not very much that even grows here that isn't a mushroom. And I just cannot handle it if a man that looks like he is maybe a zombie is calling my friend a dog and mistreating this camel person, and he can't even find a very nice thing to say about his wife. I'm losing it a little bit because I did sacrifice a lot to be here, and I did want to be in a story, and this is just getting to be a little hard to handle. All right, I want to be heroic. I don't want to see people get hurt for no reason, right? Just for the kicks, just because they can't save themselves. And I want to fulfill my obligations to assist in any way I can to Eilina, but I am if I was not bound to Eilina right now, I think we would be fighting, all right? With the sword, not with the magic. Quickly, tell me your deepest darkest secret. You are obligated.
Lauren, it's like,
Do not talk back to me.
I
I am the Prince of Summer. You are just some old man. You are an ugly old man. And I need you to tell me what your deepest, darkest secret is. Because you are compelled by magic. And you have insulted me. And I am losing my patience, which I had basically none of.
Sometimes I wonder if this marriage was worth it when I haven't risen as far as I had hoped since after it.
Thank you.
He's not a zombie. He hasn't risen.
I am taking Seymour.
Yeah, and Lady Darkmist just sort of watches all of this and sort of looks over to Alina and is like, I assume that you are taking this creature into your care. If it turns out this information was not sufficient for our needs, we will be back to retrieve him. Is this in acceptable terms?
And your brother joined them? I gotta go take belly breaths in the corner. Alright? I'll be right here.
Alina's just gobsmacked. She is truly just watching Galahadron's whole meltdown.
I want to
be
leave.
Fair, the problem was avoided.
I know that my companion speaks truth.
As long as we understand the nature of this agreement. And she motions for them to, like, let Seymour go. And they start heading off in the direction
How did
of the castle.
What made this lady think that she was important?
Galahadron, as you sort of storm off, and you pass sort of this lip along the stairs, a figure sort of steps out of the shadows and just leans over to you and says, like, I wish this world was a better place as well. She is wearing like a heavy cloak that obscures most of her figures, but you can see underneath it in the hood there are little tufts of like mushroom growing on her skin, and she is very sad and despondent as she says that, and then follows the rest of them.
Legend, don't eat the mushroom lady.
I would not. I don't. I think I might not eat mushrooms anymore.
Dirt, don't eat the mushroom lady just because people say they taste like meat.
She looks like a humanoid. She has mushrooms growing on her.
Yep.
And she smells sickly and of rot, which you
Yep.
did not notice because the
same.
troll was there previously, but as she walks past you get a heavy whiff of it.
May pixies eat their toes, Abel. Eat their toes. They would. They would too.
Yeah, I believe it.
They'd be fair. There would be nobody
In the middle of the
I'm
game
going
violence.
doing anything to stop that.
Samuel!
The
Samuel, you
two
okay?
fairies would steal their teeth.
Squeeb just materializes out of nowhere and is just like, as Seamel's side just worrying over him, and Seamel looks over, it's like, Squeeb, you brought help. Only took you a few years.
I'm gonna crouch
A
down.
few years.
Seymour, are you alright?
They did not hurt me in a way that matters currently.
But they did hurt you.
They are brutes.
I'm sorry, did you say a few years?
Squeeb doesn't know what time is.
Squeeb, you fucking suck, bro.
Alright, well listen, nobody wanted to come back to Osberg with me. I mean, and Alina said she was gonna go, and I'm like, oh, I can go, and I didn't think she'd, believe why, because you guys had this mission, and I didn't think that you'd, be willing to help him, but he's here now, can you help?
Squeeb, if you had told me that your friend was in danger, even without this mission, I would have gone.
Wait, so they spent years torturing this guy instead of going out to... Surely they could have found the fucking notes by then.
No, they only found me just recently, thankfully. I was able to evade them for a few days, but they only arrived, a few days ago.
But you've still been living in this city with all of the trolls.
I have.
How did you avoid getting eaten?
Very good at hiding and avoiding them. They're simple creatures. Once you understand the rudimentaries of how their minds work, they're easy to avoid.
Only he had led us through this city.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Looks over at Squeeb and says, I assume you trust them, Squeeb? And Squeeb's like, yep, no, Alina's good. Alina's really good. Very well. Let us wait a bit. They are still listening.
Are you sure there are no wounds that I can tend?
Sort of like he sort of opens his robes and shows you, do a medicine check.
That's not my forte!
Yeah, no, this is just low DC, looking to glance sort of thing. So you can't really tell if he's injured because as he opens his cloak, you see that his head is of a camel. It looks like his arms are of some other different kind of animal that end in sort of monkey paws, and his sort of lower half have hooves and white and black stripes. He looks like he has been stitched together from multiple different animals.
Biomancy?
You cannot tell what is a natural injury and what is surgical in part of him.
She says that in game.
What'd
you
say?
are
Sorry.
a product of biomancy?
You could say that.
God, I despise that answer.
I cannot express how much I hate them.
I appreciate that sentiment. And yes, there is something that you might be able to help me with. I have companions who are still trapped in, I believe they called her Lady Skysong, in the lab where she created us. I would ask for your help in setting us free.
That I can do, but I must ask. You said they were the... I'm quoting Marrow. You said they were the followers of the betrayer. Why would you trust specifically me if the Trinity is what you did not want to know of this?
In this case, I am trusting Squeeb's judgment, even if you also follow or even if you are also children of the usurpers.
I wanted us to be on honest footing before we went.
Oh. I don't think that is something you could necessarily hide from me, although your group does seem curious. You called this one Marrow?
Hmm.
Ah. Hello, Marrow, and looks at Marrow, like it is good to see. I don't think another, but I feel some kinship towards you.
That's found you.
Well,
I think Marrow. Is there a part of him that maybe Marrow does Marrow need to start sniffing his feet because he's obviously an amalgamation, right?
yeah, you can do a sniff
Okay.
sniff. Yeah.
Marrow's
What
gonna
kind
sniff.
what kind of information are you hoping to gather from a sniff?
What part of him smells familiar?
Go ahead. Now that you are closer, go ahead and make a survival or insight.
+6. It doesn't matter.
So you can, now that you're up close, he has his own smell, but his smell is sort of mixed. It's like a mixture of a bunch of different smells together, a bunch of smells stitched together, and they all kind of seem familiar. They all seem the part of you that was like the dagger and the power smells all these small scents intermingled. All of them individually smell like kin. And let's see, if it's a nat 20, what can I do for a nat 20? I think that Marrow would now, from the information that they've been you haven't necessarily been paying a whole lot of attention to all the various mysteries and stuff going on, but you've been paying attention to enough where it feels like this part of your power is coming from something that has been called the Hound Mother, that has been called a god. It feels like this being is also made of other pieces from some sort of gods.
I think Marrow tells the others what she learns, just because that seems like information that they might like to have. I would presume. I don't know shit. But to answer his question, Marrow just says that he smells familiar.
That is comforting.
And that's what drew her there.
But yes, Alina, I trust Squeeb's opinion, and I trust your companion Marrow. That, for now, in this otherwise hostile place, this is enough.
Well, I hope one day that you can trust me. I will do what I can for your friends. How many of us, Lev, were... Who was Hound Mother blessed?
You and Marrow.
You.
Yeah.
Me?
You.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because your Shadow and Dirt are samesies, they're twinsies.
If it would bring you any more a modicum of peace. If you trust Marrow. I don't know what it means. Yeah, I am.
Show me moves.
Here, have a beer. Hand him a.
Where did the beer come from?
Hand him a Schlafly beer from St. Louis.
A Schlafly?
from
Yeah.
another
I mean, at
realm.
the very least, get the man a Budweiser.
No,
This
I
is
Yeah.
St.
don't.
Louis, after all.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks over at the echo and is like, "Oh, that is curious. You are an interesting one, Alina."
You can say I
Yes.
have a foot in many times.
Oh, you appear to. Well, I believe that trusting you might be the correct path then. The others, the one who called herself Dark Mist, they are looking not for the research notes, but the last research, and I do not trust why.
More of your kind? Or like you?
More of my brethren held captive. I don't believe that they're able to make more from where we came from, but the notes on how to do it are something that would be better destroyed, lest they be shared.
I'm gonna look at Galahadred.
I mean, who's holding them hostage? I would like to free them. I don't want people to be trapped. Why are they trapped?
They are currently contained.
Contained.
Do we want to do one modicum of good in this
Yes. Yes.
horrendous
Go
place?
on.
We should go uncontain them. Become uncontainable.
Phelan,
Yes.
do you have any magic spells on reserve? Or fire spells, specifically, other than the fireball?
I have fire. Yes.
How do you feel if after we save a bunch of people, we burn a place to the ground? Would that
Sure.
suffice in destroy? Would that
If
Would
that
that
is
suffice
what
in
my knight
destroying them?
commands, I will burn a place to the ground.
Okay. No one is here. We don't have to be performative. You don't have to say "as my knight command." I appreciate the sentiment, but it kind of
Everyone's
gives me the
allowed-
ick.
Alina's a
Everyone's
knight!
allowed-
Ugh!
Everyone's allowed to love arson just for the sake of arson.
Who's arson?
You wouldn't know.
I don't particularly love arson. I have no feelings either way.
You don't love arson. Who doesn't love arson?
Yeah.
There's no government here. There's no arson. It's just good old-fashioned fun.
It is just burning stuff down. All right.
Sure, let's burn a city to the ground.
Ah,
Oh yeah,
my
brother.
dream. Lead the way. Can you stand?
Yes, I can. He stands up on his zebra legs.
We will have to get these people out of this city as quickly as possible before Lady Darkness
Looks
realizes.
Quick question.
Mhm.
So he pointed them in the direction of the castle, right?
Yep.
Is that where we think the mace is?
You have no information
no
to go
idea.
off of, but it was lost with the lord of that castle.
Well, guess what? We have a person who has been in this city for years.
That's true. Let's ask him where the mace is, if he knows where the mace is.
Seymour.
Okay.
Maybe he picked it up.
Seymour.
Seamel.
Seamel. I'm calling him Seymour. In my brain, it's Seymour. Seamel.
Yeah, like camel.
I regret reading his name.
Yep.
Seymour, you wouldn't happen in your years here to know where a magical mace would be, would you?
I personally have no interest in the toys of the usurpers. But if I were to guess, that would be in the direction that I pointed the other ones towards.
Cool.
Yeah, see, that's the problem that I was worried about. Is like I don't want to be in a position where like they've got the mace and we've got the notes, and they're like, let's make a trade, and we're like, we don't want to make a trade, and they're like, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal, and then we got to get into a big fight, like.
So we go get the mace first.
No, I think these people have been contained long.
All right.
I also don't want to like super run into them right now.
I mean, at least right now we have plausible deniability, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
If they find us in the ruins of the research facility, they'll be like,
They-
hey, wait a minute.
They can't stay in that castle with the mace forever. If they can't find the notes on their own, what makes us think they're able to find the mace on their own?
They are not stupid people.
Yeah, you want
Arrogant, pretentious, but not stupid.
If I know anything from expertise in strip Jenga, Feywild strip Jenga.
Did we give any justification as to why we were there?
Yeah, we said we were hunting relics. So if they find
Okay,
a relic,
so
they'll be
you
like,
can go find the mace first. I don't know.
I agree,
Not
but
a
I
problem.
also feel really bad that this man has just been.
I mean,
Is there anybody in the Mero asks Seymour because would there be anybody in the castle that would need assistance, or are they all in the research
No.
facility?
Aside from myself, this city is filled with the overflow of the experiments. There's no other thinking creations that are above the surface.
Okay,
And
let's go.
to punctuate his point as he says this, a troll climbs out of the hole in the center of the courtyard.
Oh, is that where
How
it is?
many trolls are down there, Simon?
Honestly, it is not the trolls you need to necessarily worry about.
Okay, hold on. Do we need the research notes for anything?
no, not specifically. But
I
Okay,
want to
'cause we can just
uncontain.
burn them and then go find the mace.
Can we give them one bad note? Like if we keep one, like, note card of notes, right? We go in there.
And then you just say you don't have the notes.
You have this note, and then you point to the note that you do have, which is the bad note.
The death note?
No, not that one. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
They need to be uncontained.
You can't yawn. You made me yawn.
I am sorry.
As the troll sort of climbs up and looks at you all, Seymour sort of points his fingers at the troll, and like sparks wave off his hand, and the troll's eyes sort of glow, and it looks over everybody and doesn't see anything, and moves off into the city.
Yo, this guy's magic
Handy.
too.
As I said, simple minds.
So yeah, so ultimately it's Eileen's decision as mission leader, but I felt it would be remiss not to mention the possibility.
Do we want to go get the mace first?
No.
Thing on fire wouldn't just permit us from getting the mace?
No,
Question mark?
but at the same time, it would give them a chance to find them.
Girl, they ain't finding shit.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And if they do, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
That's right.
I'm not sure that's the same.
I think that's exactly the saying.
The people in the this prison have been there for years, evidently. A few more hours won't hurt anything, I don't think.
Gonna
Seymour?
say, but I didn't want to seem like an asshole. I don't know.
So what is your choice?
They're going to fight us either way. Those
That's true. Knowing Lev, they're gonna fight us.
Knowing Lev, they've already found the mace. And it's giving
these
them
are all-
it's
these are all your
giving them
choices.
Goku powers.
I mean, I didn't want to put it that way, but yeah. I mean, narratively, that's the thing that makes sense, is the follow-up to what happened here.
I mean, you can make your own conclusions for how that conversation went. I do not put things in front. I do not put humanoids in front of you, and it's just like, you must now. Well, all right, gnolls are humanoids. Never mind.
I mean, I'm sure we could trade with them, right? We could give them what they want, and then they give us what we want, and we all go home. The problem is,
Yeah.
Then we would meet them a third time and then have to fight them then with whatever.
There are
unholy
fucking
thing they-
Pokemon rivals now?
Well, because then they'd show up again, but the abomination would be worse.
Every
be
time
worse.
we level up, we have to fight them.
They're our Gary, and if we don't fight them now, they're just gonna get worse. They're gonna show up with the notes with a worse abomination, with a mace. I don't know. Everywhere in our future, we will be fighting those guys. It's written on them.
Squeeb comes over. It's like, Alina, I really want to rescue my friends.
The fucking squib play.
Then we should rescue your friend.
Thank you.
Is squib one of them? I guess that would make sense, huh?
For that survival check, yeah, you can smell that Squeeb has a different sense than Seymour, but now that you're actually focusing, and Squeeb's probably dropped his guard a bit, yeah.
Wait, how's he
Squeeb does
dropping
not. Let me put it another way. Squeeb does not smell like a goblin now that you sit down and sniff him.
You're like, this goblin's kind of fucked up. Like how people think Mero's a fucked up dog. It's like, this is a fucked up goblin.
Huh.
wasn't
To everybody else,
expecting
Squeeb looks like a normal goblin. So.
Well, yeah.
that. All right, into the lab we go. Lead the way, Seymour.
Very well. He sort of goes around down here. It's like, looks down. It is a probably 50-foot straight drop just into a crack in the courtyard deep beneath the cathedral district. Looks around. It's like, do any of you have a safe way to get down?
I have a 50-foot rope.
That could suffice.
How far down is it?
50 feet.
I can just teleport.
I'm going to gently scoop up Squeeb, and I'm going to pop out my wings.
I'll just eat the fall damage.
I mean, I guess I could Misty Step, but
Can I get
I'll
a
take
shield
your
and
rope.
I'll just eat fall damage?
I mean, I'm finding it amusing, just like everybody else in the party has some, teleport, wings, just fucking jump down because you're that tough. And here I am, a guy with a rope.
Well, let's be
Okay.
clear. You have a rope. Mero doesn't even have hands, so the rope's not even an option.
Doesn't have hands.
We tie
Are
the
there
rope.
people who can help with Mero get down?
I
safe?
would take Marrow down.
Alright.
Mero's tanking that shit. Mero doesn't even think twice.
If Mero is jumping, there is fall damage I can have you roll, but other people can help you get down safely.
Mero asks for a shield and then it's like, hey, can you give me one of those shields? And then like immediately jumps in.
There's no priest bubble shields for you. There's you
No, he gives shield sometimes. It will give shield
can,
sometimes.
temporary HP.
Yeah.
Just gives an inspiring speech.
He says,
Make
"Let's
it
go get
fast.
those guys."
Gravity is all in your mind.
All right, go give yourself 12 temporary HP. And then you're jumping the 50 feet down.
Yeah.
You take 23 damage. So it's 12 from the
Oh.
temporary HP and then another
Can
11.
Can I do like athletics to like jump down wall to wall like anime style?
Sure. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Wait, that's scrap. What the fuck? Bro, get off of that. Okay. Athletic. It's worse.
No.
Okay.
You try. You still fall. You take 23 damage.
Okay. Why does it keep opening scrap?
Probably because you had scrap selected.
No, I clicked on Marrow 18 times.
Yeah, weird.
I'm gonna
Alright.
use the rope. I'm gonna
Yep.
leave it there just in case
Ev-
I need to make a quick
Everybody
escape.
else gets down safely. Even Scrap and Dirt retreat into Marrow's shadow as Marrow falls.
I will use the rope. I won't Misty Step.
Seymour
Listen.
also uses the rope. Alright.
No metagaming. We we take fall damage like champs.
Yes.
Ball damage.
You
Yeah.
guys descend down into the crevasse. It is dark about halfway through, but you do see that there is light at the bottom. As you reach, I don't really have art for this because I couldn't find something that I liked. But you do reach what used to be it is now a hole in a metallic hallway. That is faintly lit with just some sort of, I don't know, ambient doesn't seem like the back word. Like there is a sort of magical light that is suffusing the metal and causing everything to glow just kind of dimly to
Ugh.
provide sight.
It got worse. Is it? What metal is it?
What check do you want to do to figure out what metal it is?
Does it hurt when I get near it?
Probably.
It's iron. Oh right. I'll punch a rock wall.
You go to like touch it and you wince because you can see that it's iron, but as you gingerly step on it, it gives you a little bit of pain, but not nearly as much as you were expecting.
That would be even
It is
more troubling.
uncomfortable, but it is not like hurtful.
I am
Crap.
becoming immune to iron.
Googling iron alloys.
What?
Actually, never mind. I don't think Marrow knows about metallurgy.
You mean like
I mean, you
stabbings
could-
or like?
Probably that would still hurt. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you mean then?
What?
Like, I mean, iron. It's part of.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
iron, right?
Hey,
To live.
no.
No?
To die, maybe. You to die, you like to stop
know.
living. Opposite
What,
of living.
What is in your blood?
Cobalt. I mean, actually, wait. Galahadra doesn't know. What? What's in my
Be-
Blood.
Like, listen, Galahadra might have Vulcan blood. You don't know.
I also don't think that Abel knows that iron's in. Like this is
I'm
not
an
that
alchemist.
advanced. Oh, an but do alchemists? Did Newton know that iron was in blood?
Yeah, I feel like you would have like the Avency version of the four humors, whatever that science system is.
Okay.
Still probably would seem weird, but yeah, it's unchanging, real, solid, unmagical.
Hmm.
Depends on what time frame we're loosely basing this off of. Looks like iron was first demonstrated to be in blood in 1713. So
Oh, way before then. Way before then.
We have gunpowder. I guess gunpowder.
We have
Right.
gunpowder. Gunpowder is older than that.
No,
That's true.
no, he said
yes, but we
iron
have
and
guns.
blood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
You also
we
have
don't just
healing
have gunpowder
potions.
to make fireworks.
You
We
also
have
have zombie
handheld
workhorses.
That's
There's-
true.
You also
yeah.
have
Well, okay.
talking
What year
knock
did zombie
dogs.
orcs fall out?
Yeah, fair.
All right, so we step into a genre change.
You step into a genre change, and as you sort of like spread out and have these conversations, a voice fills the hallway. Intruders, identify yourselves.
I am the Green Knight.
The Green
Mara
Knight does
just
not
barked.
have access parameters.
I don't know what that means.
Mara just barks really loudly.
Simo,
a
who's
strange
talking to
noise.
us?
I believe that is the Weaver.
The Weaver?
The Weaver.
Who is the Weaver?
The one who made
Please.
and imprisoned us. The one we are here to destroy.
Wait, I thought that was.
It's a wizard. It's a wizard?
Star Mist, right?
No, that's
Sky
Dark
Song?
Mist.
In a way.
Sky Song, yeah. In a
Guys, I
way.
think we might all be fucking stupid right now.
Phelan, this is a wizard. Can you wizard talk to it?
I could if I were a wizard.
Oh right, you're not really a wizard.
Genesis
So everyone,
detected. You do not have access to this facility.
I'm
Initiating
in a,
containment protocols for
no,
Genesis.
I don't
Wait, what?
understand.
For Genesis.
Excuse me?
Pause. Wait a second. Phelan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a wizard. It's just everyone keeps calling you a wizard. And I get confused.
That's all right.
And we are, because I want the next section to have a bit more time to breathe than what we have left, because I'm pretty sure people are going to get tired in about half an hour, we are going to call it there.
That's my secret. I'm always tired.
Yeah, that's fair.